a tool that requires you to pay before you can share or download it. But as you can see, it's one of those few tools that has all the black, or rather, representation from other races. So that was quite nice. Please do share which tool that is, because I would like to try it out.
It's
You can give us a link in the group.
It's actually, I don't know, it's called
The story block.
In Video AI.
In video? Oh.
In Video AI. It's that kind of a robot, something.
Okay. Yes. Okay, so maybe the only thing about the video, I would recommend that you add subtitles. I think that would be the thing left, and maybe next time your logo somewhere. Rent Easy.
Yeah.
Yes, there are parts where it played, but it's very easy to get lost and think I'm watching a movie or something. So put your logo, put subtitles, it will be golden. Platforms, please open comms across all platforms.
Pardon?
When it comes to where your pages will be, identify where your people are, place them there. From what I've seen, your target audience is across all. Sorry about the mishap. I recall you needed to run ads on X, but we needed to verify you on X first before running ads. Then you didn't have an Instagram at that time. You created, yeah?
Actually, our goal is to have all social media platforms because, like I told you, we are not ready to go to the public right now because I'm building this app myself. And you know, to build app on Xcode, you need to have a website where you can put terms and conditions. Like, it's hectic itself. Yeah. So I prefer to first finish one, then and also I have a partner who onboarded us, so he doesn't want us to go to the public before this is finished.
Oh, so you have people who have stake, and you can't, for example, publicize this immediately?
Yes.
Okay, understood. All right, I think that's it. Well done, and congratulations again on your. I want to see what Rent Easy can do. I'm one of the people. I fall in your age range. I want to rent easily.
You will all be our customers in the future. Tuja.
Rent Easy, for starters, I'm very appreciative of the fact that you do not want to violate any rules and regulations. You're building something that you're really taking seriously, and you said, no, we don't want to run this ad. So well done on that. Not many of us would resist the temptation of, oh, there is an opportunity here, let's blow it out. So that shows seriousness on your part. I saw you bragging about the lessons that we've learned, the video editing, and then I'm like, where is that? Okay, so you could have done showcase of the photos that you had taken. You left us in this Americanized, yes, they are black, but they are still Americanized. We can all tell it's not Ugandan. But again, I would have thought that today was about showcasing those high skills, especially, the photography, the editing and all that. It would have been nice to see them, but well done. And boy, you have a running mouth like Sarah Navachua. Dang! You even commented about the food. Man, okay.
Yeah, Rent Easy, well done. I love the idea, I love the concept. Your ability to make the presentation, I think, was well done. There was a message in there. There was a target group, and then you tried to be able to show us to satisfy your goal. I think it is unfortunate that we were not able to see everything else about the project. Otherwise, I think you would be flying up there in the air. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Thank you very much, Rent Easy. My comment is on what you posted. I think still, without disclosing your business secrets and without breaking the rules you have with your other partners, you could have posted something related to that real estate, and you see how it goes.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it breaks the rules.
Yeah.
Otherwise, thank you. Looks like you have a good year to do well in that business. We wish you well.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Rent Easy, I'm also appreciating.
Right about now, let's give it up for none other than Crafty Shop. Let us give them all the last energy in our battery reserves. Let us give them a warm, huge round of applause as they come, so that we can have really cool finish. Yeah.
Right, thank you very much. Very good afternoon to you all. Yes, my name is Habi Manuel Isaac, alongside my group members from Crafty Shop Uganda, and here is our presentation. All right. Yeah, so as Crafty Shop Uganda, this is our digital marketing revolution that we've designed to showcase or to tell you how Crafty Shop came about, and our campaign that we created this week of creating awareness for this brand. So Crafty Shop Uganda's digital marketing revolution, we welcome you all today. We'll explore how Crafty Shop is using digital marketing to transform artisans' entrepreneurship in Uganda. Our mission is connecting the local crafts to global markets. That is through our online marketplace, where Ugandan artisans can showcase their unique crafts to a global audience. We believe in empowering the artisans by providing them with a platform to connect with buyers and grow their businesses. What is our market challenge that we're trying to solve is that there's limited visibility of Ugandan artisans, whereby I told you earlier that most of these products that we do sell or we do showcase on our marketplace, they're just being hawked by these local artisans, however limiting their availability or their visibility on the market for those ones who may need to source these products. So what was our solution for this? We created a digital solution of a comprehensive online marketplace platform, where Crafty Shop provides a user-friendly platform for showcasing crafted products by artisans to create online presence and sell their products. We offer secure payment processing and seamless logistics to facilitate these transactions. So you realize it's very easy for someone who is in Gulu to buy a product, a crafted product from maybe Ankole region, something that he may desire from the Ankole culture or the Chigezi culture. They can easily source it from our website by ordering for this, and it is delivered to Gulu. Our diverse product range, we celebrate Uganda's rich craft heritage. So we do deal in different crafted products, like the basketry, where people weave the baskets, and all other products like the bags, the jewelry, the shoes, and so much more, which has not been portrayed here. So our innovative business model is that it's a fair trade that meets digital commerce, whereby we partner with artisans providing fair prices and ethical sourcing practices. We offer efficient logistic solutions to ensure timely delivery of our products. From the previous experience, all our customers would order and all their products would be delivered in a 2 days time, maximally. So what is our goal? Our goal was to increase awareness and visibility. One, by increasing our search engine optimization to improve platform visibility in search results. engaging social media campaigns, which we have started to reach a wider audience and build brand awareness, high quality content creation, which we have learned this week and which we have started creating to showcase artisans and their products. From our insights of the campaign that we started to create awareness, we see that our profile views, from our profile activity, we have 57 profile visits. By the time we made this, we had 6 follows, but as per now, we are having around 10. So we compared our goals versus the outcomes. So far, by the time we made this presentation, our goal initially was around 2,000 views. By the time we made this PowerPoint, we had around 1,656. Our reach was 2,000. So far, by that time, it was 1,421. Our engagement, so far, we wanted people who play this ad like for 3 seconds at least to reach a number of 600. By the time we made this PowerPoint, the engagement was so far 400 with 4 likes and reactions and then 1 share. Future vision is transforming artisan entrepreneurship in Uganda by providing a platform for Ugandan artisans to thrive. Craft Shop is transforming the landscape of artisans entrepreneurship in Uganda. Lastly, we welcome you all to visit our website, craftyshopuganda.company.site, to place your orders today, or follow us on all our social media handles. That's at Crafty Shop Uganda. For Instagram, it's Crafty Shop UG, X is Crafty Shop UG, and Facebook is Crafty Shop Uganda. Or you can send us an email at craftyshopuganda@gmail.com, or place your order through our WhatsApp number. Thank you very much.
Just to share some feedback.
Thank you, Crafty Shop. For starters, I thought your pitch was a little lengthy than I thought. But other than that, well done. I don't know how I can say that in a capital letters. Well done.
Thank you.
Mine is a question. The beginning of your presentation, you give us a history, and then you are telling us about the different artisans. But it wasn't clear who you were targeting in the campaign. Who were you targeting in the campaign? Were you targeting that you get more artisans on board, or you were targeting that you get more customers who want artisan products? That did not come out clearly, according to me. Otherwise, the rest seems okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. I see your numbers are good. I hope the digital market campaign worked well. Thank you for that. In the video somewhere, I see where you put I. You have to look through again and make sure that you still work as a team, not I. You are not alone.
Okay.
Then also on delivery, how do you deliver? Because people want to get that insight.
Yeah, for delivery, previously I was using Sandy, which is a logistics company that does delivery, but that was limited to only Kampala Metropolitan. However, for long distance or hard to reach areas, we usually use the transport couriers that go to those places. Like if it's Mbarara, Western region, we can use Global or Tausi. We put the order on that, but as long as linking with the customer, we let them know where their product has reached. And then by the time it reaches them, they can easily get their product that they have ordered from our website.
So cost can be calculated on the website. Can I see the cost of delivery on the website?
Yeah, you can see if you visit the website and place your order. It will show you the delivery fee.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Are you already in business?
Yes, I do it, though for this year I had deposited it because it's my final academic year. I wanted to finish this and I get back to business as usual.
Where are you based?
It's based in Mbuguju Mukono. Yeah, that's where we're based from and that's where we started from. But we are looking on transferring our business to the central business district, that's Kampala, so that we can easily distribute our products to all over the country.
Okay, so it's more like a one-stop center for
All crafted products.
Craft products, and then do you get artisans to work with? That's how you do it, like you get them. train them?
Yeah, I source out artisans who have this good and well furnished craft work. So when I reach to them, we interact and we come to an agreement of the pricing. And so I take their products, the pictures and all that, I put it on my website. So when somebody orders, I source it from this artisan and I deliver it to the person who wants it. Yeah, so far I've dealt with Komuka Skills Hub, which is in Kampala, and there's another one in Mukono. So I also look forward to interacting with there's some artisans who are around the equator here in Kayabwe. Yeah, and so much more that there's one on Buganda Road. Yeah, I'm keeping in touch with them so that we can see how we can grow this business at once.
Yeah. So the other thing maybe you could do, since you're already in business, I think you need to get actual photos moving forward for those products and see how to edit them and put them on your website or post them, because people will start ordering. Like, it's so annoying when I go to order online or I view someone's platform and they are posting things, and when I ask them about this, it's out of stock. You know, this.
Now, for this case, we do. For this case, we do make on order. If you order, we make, because we can't have them all at once, like in bulk. Though maybe for those some few artisans who have them in place.
For business growth, I think making on order might not work. There are customers who are like me, like when I order, I want the product, like if I pay, I want the product to be delivered. Yes. You understand?
Yes.
So when you post it, I am assuming that you have it. I'm not even assuming. When you post it, I think you have it. So it's moving forward, you need to create trust and confidence. You get it among us, and this applies to everyone. It's so, we have watched videos on TikTok where someone is, advertising dresses at 15,000, and then the kind of dresses you're like, but is this 15,000 really? So when you ask them, I want to order for this dress, the ones they are posting, they are actually not 15,000. They're like 50, 70, and you're like, now why are you advertising things that are not of the same price? So I lose trust in you. I will not come to your site again. And then you're giving me those of 50, 60, 70, yet you're making me see those of, like you're advertising that the dresses are 15,000. You understand? So we need to create trust amongst our customers, because our customers are online and we don't know them. So if you don't create trust in them, they will lose trust in you.
Yeah, but for this case, actually, the products you're seeing on the website, all the photos you're seeing on the website, on all our social media handles, those are the exact products. And once you order that, it is what you're going to, because we just took pics of exact products. Yeah.
Okay. It was just a piece of advice.
All right.
Thank you.
Maybe to add on something else, something little, platform businesses are already in operation.
Yes.
Now, this is yours, like many others. Yours is a platform business.
Yes.
Now, the advantage is you do not need to have a store. You do not need to have a warehouse.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
You do not need to even stop the business because you want to complete your education. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay? You just need to know that I have the supplier. Okay? And when they order, and then you need to be calculative that when I receive this order and the supplier is in Gulu, how long will it take me to be able to deliver? Try to be realistic and genuine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Will it be 2 weeks? Will it be 1 week?
Yes.
Or something like that. But you don't have to go out of business because you think you have to do it yourself.
Just to add to that, you actually just need to create systems. And it's very easy to do that. If you know the women that are making this artisan whatever material, if it's the necklaces, you should go and have conversations with these women. You should also create a transporter, say the two boda guys, that if an order comes from Barara and these guys are in Buguju, you can immediately call them, you just need to create this system. And you know, this is where we are picking, this is who is delivering to global person. It's a matter of giving the package if it's well packaged. Try to create this system, and I think the business should be running right now.
Yeah, but with that, I can simply reply by saying that that's what exactly I wanted.
You want to...
Because I wanted an online business where I don't have an office. I just sit in my room in the morning. I've received orders, call back, I tell them when they're going to be delivered, and I deliver. But I got one challenge where there was a customer who was in Entebbe, and he insisted he wanted to come and see where we're operating from. Two, the other challenge was with payments, because right now if you check on the website, the only payment is Visa, MasterCard, and PayPal. It doesn't have mobile money, which is the most engaged payment method here in Uganda. Because of one thing, I don't have physical address, so I can't register a business and have a certificate of incorporation to be able to get all these, the API, to get the certification and all that to run these businesses. But basically, if I can only get that, I'm willing to do it without a place.
Maybe sorry for getting back, and Dr. Imelda also wants, she's not a judge, but she has a comment for you. Maybe when you finish your course, I think there are customers who want to physically see, especially those who are within your location, like nearby. You may have to spend some little money on, like, a small space. Maybe someone has a shop or a display, like where you can display a few things, but that is after school. For you to cater for such types of customers. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to share that the lady who makes my clothes, I don't have to go there. She didn't even go to school. All she does is, Sarah, do you need anything today? And I'd be like, okay. Once she's done with 4 clothes, she jumps on a boda, she puts them on a globe. Right now, which was from yesterday to now, I'm imagining what you can do from today to 2 weeks. If you could come up with those, pictures and whatever, from now to 2 weeks, you should be rich.
Good.
I think we will go on forever talking about this. I think we should be stopping.
Just one thing. You're scared. Okay? You're scared. You're saying you don't have physical location. You don't have what? You cannot register a company. Who tells you? See me after.
All right.
Thank you. I was actually reserving this because I think it goes to almost all of you, but let me do it now at the right time for all of us. An example I want to give you, I had even written it down, is it is called Creative Digital Media. This one which is covering us here. Okay? The owner, Mr. Sankara, is now covering the same similar boot camp in Jinja. He has not forfeited this opportunity for the other one, but he's grabbing the 2 opportunities. And you never mind, he could be having a 3rd opportunity somewhere. What you need is to have a team of people. And what is lacking, it is good she brought it, the trust. Someone told me that if you don't have trust, don't start business. Trust is a big capital in a business. So all of us, let's have people we can call at any time an opportunity tips on our door. Thank you.
Just 1 minute, Ronnie. I know I'm taking time, but in 1 minute, I just want to give an example to all of us. I'm one person who buys things online. But what happens when I'm searching for an item? One scenario, I was searching for some item, I searched from 2 different people. So the first person tells me in 2 days, we will have the products. We have a few, but from what you have described, in 2 days we'll have the product. Then the other one told me, within 2 to 3 days, I will have this exact product. So I waited, and they both have the same. That price difference was really slightly small because they were from Kampala. I'm here in Mbarara. So the first customer, after 2 days, they were not responding. I got back to them. I was like, but you said in 2 days. And they were like, no, these things of URA clearance, it might even take a week. By the time she got back to me, the other guy had already delivered. In 2 days, they had delivered to me the product. I had paid and everything. And it was some good money that you could think, will they deliver? But they delivered. They put the thing on Global. It was in Mbarara. I went and picked it. So by the time they got back to me, they were like, we ordered. We even included your order. I was like, but you told me in 2 days. And then you were not sure how long it would take. They were like, but you know, maybe we'll sell it to another person. So I lost trust in that person. The next time I need an item, a similar, I cannot go back to them because they didn't build their trust in me. So that goes to every one of us. If you're sure it's 2 days, make sure you go back to your customer. If it's exceeding, you see it might exceed before the customer gets back to you. Please go back to them and give them feedback because they are your bosses. Thank you.
All of you have entered the journey of entrepreneurship. It is not a comfortable journey. You enjoy the money when it comes, but you will spend sleepless nights. You understand? Because you need to satisfy your customers. You have to put in extra to make sure that your customers are happy. So if it requires to make sure you prepare the order overnight, you have to do that so that you can give them the product the following day. When you say 1 day, when you say 2 days, when you say 3 days, they must be. But that, it brings the joy of the money, but it comes with the discomfort on the other hand. So if you're not ready to go for it, don't do it.
Back our dear lovely judges. So right about now, we are just going to give an opportunity to our judging panel to finalize with a judgment and selection. We'll just give them a few minutes, and then once they are back, we can, finalize with everything, and then we can have our lunch and go, and live at free will generally. So that's why we are going to have that small short break, and you guys can take a break, you can walk around, but don't leave the building or the premises of the building, and then we will finalize. So I'm going to steal them for a bit, and we're going to go outside, but then we're going to return in a few minutes. In not more than, I think, 5-6 minutes, we will be back. So our judges, we can step out a bit.
I went to school a long time ago. I'm the second year of people that were private in Uganda. They didn't used to be private education. You couldn't always be able to pay your way through university. So I'm the second year of that, and I'm the first year that moved from Makerere to what is now MUBS in Nakawa in our last year, so 1999. I started working, however, in 1997. So I've really done a bit of everything. I don't think I have enough time to tell you what I've done. I'm just going to touch on a little bit of pieces. My first work was with Nando's, the first fast food chain, the proper fast food chain in Uganda. You had Tipsy's, you had the Little Chef, you had some other people, but international takeaway brands. There was Debonair's and Stairs, if you remember, South African brands, and then Insco Uganda. Insco was a Zimbabwean Greek foundation that had Nando's, Creamy Inn, Chicken Inn, Pizza Inn. I think I'm talking about things that you guys don't understand. Today, unfortunately, that place is now part of the CJ's group, Kajan House. There's now Galitos. Do you know, should I move on to another topic? But anyway, there used to be a fast food chain called Nando's. I was the first one to open it. Then the first real big bar in Kampala was called Mateos. And I was also the one running that. So that's what I started. I started in fast food. But at that time, I was still a student at MUBS, a working student. And then, like I said, I was an active rugby player before this. So that was my first thing. Then after that, I went to the Simba Distributors Group, the Simba Group of companies. At that time, a very big company. Today we hear of Simba Telecom, and it's really on its knees, actually more like on its stomach. But at that time, they were distributors of Heineken beer. They were the biggest, in fact, monopolist, super dealer for MTN. We're doing about 6.4 billion a month in 1999. 6.4 billion a month, and in those days the exchange rate was much better. That was about $3 million. Simba Telecom was turning over about $3 million in 1999. The fact that the Simba Group is close to non-existent and Patrick Butatori is doing very, very badly today shocks me, because it tells you how quickly things can come and go. We're doing $3 million a month in 1999. And that's outside of the Heineken Group, outside of the 2 businesses we had in Nairobi and Kenya. My mandate as country manager of Heineken Beer was to grow the business such that we could then make it attractive for sale. So you make the business look good, you make it look very sexy, you do promotions, you make it look bigger than it is. And then people come to try and buy you out. The people who bought us out were Uganda Breweries. We sold it for much, much more than it had originally been worth and much more than its value. That's a funny story because I ended up going to Uganda Breweries as their sales director. But at that time, Uganda Breweries bought the company and then killed Heineken Beer. They bought Heineken Beer in Uganda and then placed no orders for the next 5 years. So you could see how business was cutthroat. I went to Kenya to help start Simba Group in Kenya, and then very quickly went to Tanzania, where I spent 3.5 years as the person who introduced Simba Telecom in Tanzania. By the time I went to Tanzania, we were working from an office. There were 3 employees of the business. By the time I was leaving, we had 72 kiosks, about 50 shops. We even had something called Vodagali, which was a collaboration with handicapped people who were selling airtime and SIM cards on bicycles. So I left the Simba Group in Tanzania from 0 to about $1.2 million a month. Do you see these numbers? The Simba Group of company then was doing about $5 million a month. Amazing that today we talk about problems in the Simba Group, but it is what it is, because they also moved to Nigeria and Ghana and did great business from there. Right, so I leave that place, I come to what at that time was called Celtel. By this time up to now, none of you are born. This is 2003. I was the first Ugandan sales director at Celtel Uganda, which is now Airtel today. Good times. I was an expatriate in Uganda working for a Ugandan company. $4,500 a month. I was spending about $6,000 a month. I was always out of pocket. And I was not yet 26. So from there I went to Population Services International as their sales director for, you guys are Godspeed, as their sales director for sales and communication. I was there for about 2 or 3 years. I ended up joining Colgate-Palmolive, by far the best job an employer that I've ever had. I was a country manager for Colgate-Palmolive in charge of Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, Eastern DRC, and Southern Sudan. 5 countries based in Kenya, but in charge of these markets, working with distributors, growing the brand. Fantastic time. Within the Colgate family, which is, as you know, a Fortune 500 company, listed on the New York Stock Exchange. This is one of the biggest companies on planet Earth. I was identified as a trainer of trainers within the Colgate family. Colgate has a university of learning and training, and they're market leaders in customer marketing, category management, a lot of these marketing concepts that could be, we probably don't have time to talk about. I was identified as one of their 32 trainers within the Colgate group. Colgate is in about 112 countries. I was one of those 32 people who trained Colgate people in these countries. So our division was Africa, Middle East, AMED. Most of my training was either done in Dubai or South Africa. I've been fortunate. So I was training a lot of Colgate people and people who are distributors of Colgate products, so people within the Colgate family. Colgate also has a pet division, which you might know about, and personal care. You know, they're part of Palmolive, so it's quite a big business. And that was by far the best job I've ever done, because I was learning so much. I was training finance people, I was training supply chain people. And everything was changing during that time. This is 2005 through to 2008. We were now moving from procurement to supply chain. We're trying to cull the number of manufacturing plants that we had across the world. We're now trying to be smarter with how we're getting and manufacturing our products. We're moving a lot of manufacturing towards Asia, both China and India, and then on this continent through Egypt largely and South Africa. Interesting times. And like I said, I really found myself as a trainer then. This is a long time ago. It sounds like yesterday, but we're talking 2005 to 2008. Hopefully by now some of you are born. After that, I went to Uganda Breweries. I was their second Ugandan sales director. Recently they appointed Emmy Hakashamamamana, something like that. I would say he's the third Ugandan, but he's actually a Mnyarwanda, so he doesn't count. So I'm still their second sales director. After that, I've done many things. I've opened several companies, Pinnacle Marketing being the first one, which really was a company that was there to do coaching, training, help with sales team, help with whatever it is within the commercial concept. So training and introducing new products, these kind of things, new brands, rebranding, promotion, these kind of things. I did that. I then went and still worked for other companies in a capacity of a consultant. This is when I was now finding myself in this consulting space. This is about 2009. So I've helped many companies and I've created many brands that you might know, but you might not know that I was behind them. I was trying to take some small credit for Bosco yesterday because yeah, that is something that I was very integral part of. Before Bosco, we had Eddie Tuanuka. You know Eddie, the fat comedian who's also very big in MTN and also now Breeze. Yeah, that is someone that we brought through from our rugby circles. Yeah, so that's what I've done. I have supported very many brands, Vero Mineral Water. I've created other brands like Princess and True, which are sanitary pads. And I've supported companies that are having challenges. I work heavily with startups, companies that don't exist and are looking to try and find a footprint in Uganda. I've helped rebrand products that have been flagging. So it's done a lot of work with Move It. Last year, I spent most of my time with a company called Newman's. You must be familiar with them. You know Sums. Have you seen how Newman's have rebranded? So now they've rebranded. They've moved to another manufacturing. I do a lot of that kind of work, helping build brands, helping identify markets, channels, this kind of stuff. I don't want to spend all this time talking about my stuff. And I know that Dr. Sarah told us that we have to shoot our shot, brag when we have an opportunity. So yes, that's important. But this wasn't about me talking about who I am. I exist in the public domain, so you can Google Martin Kasasa and find out that maybe I'm not lying about some of these things that I'm saying. So I'm a commercial business leader. I build sales teams. I help with distribution networks specifically. How does a product get onto a shelf? How does a customer engage with a product? And I am always thinking customer focused. I'm always thinking, what does the customer want? How does he then get that solution? Most of the time, these solutions are through 7 Ps. So we grew up knowing 5 Ps. We knew price, people, product, place, and I think promotion. Now we have packaging. Packaging is a seriously important component of the P space, and then the other one is point of sale. How within an outlet do you position your product? Is it a Godnola end? Where in the shelf is it? Category management. Again, this isn't an opportunity to talk about these things, but just know that if the concept is within the commercial marketing or distribution space, I know a little bit about it because 30 years and counting in the industry. All right, so that's who I am. I will talk about third space later. Let me first talk about digital marketing. I'm not going to regurgitate the stuff that we've been going through this week, but I will talk about its importance and how critical it is. It's the future, yeah? By the way, one of my problems as a person, as a manager, it's very important to know yourself. So one of my growing problems was delegation, the inability to be able to trust a Trevor or a Mimi with doing something in my name. You understand? Because I have mild OCD. You know OCD? I'm a bit weird. I want something done my way. And I know that maybe not everyone has the same kind of focus and detail towards it. So delegation was for me a very important thing. I would give someone an assignment to do something, then I would make sure they give it back to me a day or two earlier than the time I'm supposed to submit it. Then I would look through it and most probably do it again, or at least improve it to my personal fit. It took me a while to be able to say, let me leave Nuria to do this thing. Because I'm not attacking her, but I just know she's not me. So I always used to find it difficult. So in the process of management and leadership, you have to identify your weaknesses and strengths and then see how to improve on them. Instead now, I've become a much better coach and mentor to the extent that the people within the teams that I work with understand how I want it done, or at least share a vision and goal with me and are able to put their own input into working that way. So important to know yourself. How did I come to this point? Digital marketing. First of all, do we realize that many people are set to lose their jobs? Yeah? If they have not already, there's something I wanted to send to the group. I'll send it just now. Later on, I'm going to send a series of videos that will hopefully help us with the content of what we've actually done. But let me send this to the group just now about future skills. If you can look at it, you'll tell me. But what I was saying, as Trevor gives out sweets, there's lots of love. That, you know, I want, yeah, at least if I'm not boring you, at least if you have something to eat, then you forget. Right. I was talking about how people are in the process of losing jobs. What am I talking about? Do you think that in 5 years' time we're going to need a graphic designer? Do you think we need one now? Yeah? Not really. Not with AI. Not with the age of what we're studying now. Yesterday we came up with 2, 3, 4 logos for our company. The only problem we had was choosing which one to go with. But before that, we would have given that assignment to a graphic designer. But when I was in campus, those are the first days of computers. I'm talking about 1996. When I was at university, someone used to make money from opening up our laptops and blowing them. You just get a blower, just blow dust out of them, put the thing back, 100,000 a pop. Those days, 100,000 was close to about $70. We were paying him to fix the computer. Is now slow. The guy would just scrape and open, put back 100K. And in fact, it was so much money that you are paying him on Banja. You understand? You're paying him 20,000, 20,000, 30,000. You finally get 100,000. You take him your laptop, and he blows air in it. You think that person makes money from blowing laptops anymore? You think there's such a concept anymore? It's probably just drivers on your machine. You press 2 buttons, you're done. There's so many people who are being ruled out of existence. My daughter, who starts at Strathmore next month, has always wanted to be an interior designer, at least for about 3 or 4 years. That's been her zone. That's been what she wanted to do. When she passed surprisingly very well, because I thought she had too much of her mother's genes, but clearly she has some of mine. Anyway, when she passed, she got, we found a lot of problems trying to get a university that has a degree for interior designing. There are only 2 in South Africa. There are only 4 on the continent. Yeah, Kenya is not one of them. The other 2, I think one is in Tunisia or Morocco. I was not about to send her there, you understand? I wasn't also too excited about South Africa. But in the process, we learned that interior designing is also at risk. Because this one, you're just going to put it into a computer program, and they're going to tell you funny things, isn't it? Landscaping is also at risk. Someone to come and design your garden when you have a computer that you just press like this. So some jobs are running out of fashion. Architect is one of them. So have you seen what I've sent you? So what is there? What are the jobs that are going to be there in the future? Yeah, quickly. Mimi? Guys? What is that? You're even giving the guys with money shirts. Yeah? There's this one, there's another one. That's just for today. But right. So have you seen, what are those jobs? Come on. Yes.
We have green thinking, quality and assurance, multilingual skills.
Quality and assurance. Are these jobs that are still going to be there, or jobs that are disappearing? Disappearing. The ones that are disappearing. Do you know how to read the matrix? Yeah, it has an X and a Y axis. The ones that are this side and up are the ones that are good. Okay. Top right. AI and data expertise. Okay. Influence, idea generation, critical thinking, emotional intelligence. Those are the ones. Those are skills that are going to remain important. Yeah. Yes. What are the ones that are not going to be important? Yeah, this one. You're giving her. Give her the small one. Yeah, the small one. Manual shirt. So, what are the ones that are not? Come on, guys.
Coding basics.
Which one? Coding basics. Multilingual skills. Multilingual skills are not going to be useful. No. Let me look at it myself, because at least me, I know how to read it. Right. Manual tasks. Things that you do with your hands. Sensory coordination, digital brand growth, global awareness. All of these things are being taken over by the world of AI. we're going back to digital marketing and how important it is. How does it impact on your business? I told you that I'm in the commercial space. A long time ago, about 20 years ago, I realized that trade marketing, do you know what trade marketing is? So experiential marketing, where you engage with the consumer, merchandising in a modern retail hyper, these kind of things. When you run promotions that the consumer can experience with you, rigs, going around shouting. When we were here, we had someone screaming about whatever product they're selling, that kind of thing. That's trade marketing. That is not marketing. I identified this a long time ago. I'm talking about 2000, 2001. I realized that this function must be part of sales. It cannot be something that the marketing team does because they don't have any way to appreciate. It's the only link between marketing and the consumer that you can turn into money. Because trade marketing, you can go into the trade, you can come up with your different promotions. We used to call them bog-offs. Bog-off is buy one, get one free. Or buy five, get another or bundle promotions. I think you see a lot of that with Coke and Sums. Yeah, that's something that I did. And then I ended up going to Newman's to now, I couldn't counter what I had done for them. Anyway, Coke and Sums usually do back-to-school promotions. They usually do crisps tied to a Fanta bottle or whatever it is, those kind of promotions. So trade marketing is a very, very critical component of sales. Now most companies have come to that realization and they put the trade marketing budget and function under the sales team and not marketing teams. Business analyst. I realized when I went to UBL, because of what I had learned from Colgate Palmolive, that I needed numbers of consumers, I needed numbers of households, I needed numbers of how products were performing from an industrial level. And I couldn't ask this from the finance team because they don't know anything. They don't have that resource. And I realized that I needed a business analyst. So I recruited and created a role for a business analyst at Uganda Breweries. And that's 2008. I've now moved with a business analyst to whichever business that I've gone to support. I always tell them, we need a guy who crunches numbers for us. Right now, you've got Power BI, you've got, what are these other cool programs, Cliff?
Business analyst.
Yeah, so, okay. But anyway, in this space, you're now able to get so many data points about consumers' tastes and preferences, about sales windows, when do you peak, when do you trough, and all of those can help you make pertinent decisions. I was the commercial director at Yalelo, Uganda, which is an aquaculture business. We were the first people to introduce retailing of fresh fish. And we thought that fish is a very, 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 very delicate product to sell. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. It is not fast moving. It is very, very, very fast moving. You know, as soon as you get fish out of the lake, you're pushing to sell it. It's depreciating every second. That's one problem. But then also, how do people buy fish now? You know, fish is a very, very sensitive thing. It's not something that you can send your mukozi for. Most people don't do that because they want to make sure that usually the people who buy fish are the heads of the house, either the man or the woman. They're the ones who go, they have their person who they buy fish from, they wash him like this when he's... The other thing about Ugandans is that we don't like to take fish home and do this ourselves. We want someone to do it for us. We want already to receive the fish when the scales are off, everything has been scaled, cut into pieces. So it's really complicated. But in Zambia, where Yalelo were from, men are the ones who go into the fish cooler themselves. They pick the fish they want and they take it like that. They go and prep it at home. But we don't have people who, and then also you have university students, people like you, who have no idea how to prepare fish. You want to go and eat your fish at a restaurant, but you will never prepare it at home and so we counted those kind of problems. But the point I'm talking about is we needed a numbers cruncher to be able to tell us, these are the kind of market that you should look at, these are the kind of places, this is the time for when fish is going. And also within the sales component, you have route to market solutions. So which routes are you going on? How much is it costing you? How much fuel are you spending when you take on this route? How much money do you make so this is what a business analyst does. The point I'm trying to make is that we have companies which only 10 years ago didn't have a business analyst. Now if you don't have a business analyst, you can't do anything. So the world is changing and digital marketing is playing a crucial role. The other notes I noted here were AY, awareness, quality versus quantity. Digital marketing is playing a role in all of these areas. In our group here, we were BMV, what was this? BMV Glam Store. We're selling cosmetics, perfumes, creams, and then also stylish accessories, jewelries, etc., etc. We are trying to pitch ourselves. Who is our market? Yeah, we're saying young, elegant women. What kind of salary should they be earning? About 700,000 shillings. Should we be looking to sell more, or should we sell high-quality products where we're making more money? Those are the kind of the decisions you need to make. Digital marketing is not going to do everything for you. Cliff made a very good point about this. Dr. Sarah too, Joseph as well. It's very important what you're feeding into the system, because that will be the one that controls what you're getting out. Those of you who think that AI will solve everything for you, and you just feed it with wahala, and it gives you everything you want, you'll be disappointed. You've got to continue being on top of your space. Right, how much time do I still have? I'm spinning. Okay, let me talk about third space. Third space. It gets its name from a socioeconomic concept where you have third space. The first space is at home. Most people live at home. That's where people spend majority of their time. The second time is in the workplace. Yeah. So the third space in socioeconomic concept is where people do ideation, creation, that time where you think, maybe when you're with your friends, when you have your alone time, when you're creating and coming up with concepts. You might be doing it physically at home or physically at work, but it's a third space of thinking and ideation. That's where the name came from. We are broken down into 3 units. We do quite a bit of stuff. So we have Third Space Academy. In this academy, I was actually laughing when I was seeing Comtech, because some things we do similar, but it's okay. We are coaching and mentoring people like yourselves, but also people who are already in business, SMEs, companies, people that are struggling with commercializing their products, don't know how to brand it, don't know how to get UNBS certification or compliance or whatever it is, because we're prepping these people to receive money. I'll talk about that later. The other thing that we're doing within this academy space is that we have a certification from both the US and the UK where we are training international teachers. Yeah, so you have teachers who are trained for the Uganda system, which by the way is dying. Watch this space. We don't have enough time to talk about that. But this new grading thing, Big X, tell me to talk about it one time. We're training international teachers. These international teachers can then teach in an international school system. Yeah, these teachers can then also go abroad. There's a huge demand for them, not only in Uganda but in Kenya, and everywhere. This is the quickest way to get a green card, by the way. So we now have certification for these courses, and we're training international teachers who come into our platform and do these courses, get certification, and most of them are able to now train abroad. So we do that. That's within what we're calling the academy. We have STEM, which is the one that I just saw here, which I was quite impressed with. So within STEM, we've got students from 8 to 16, robotics, coding, whatever it is, in that area of space. I don't have time to talk about this because my time is going, but no problem. But that's what STEM is. Fortunately, we've just seen what STEM labs are there. We have a STEM lab. The other one is experience. Within there, we have events. We will be doing exhibitions for people like yourselves. We'll be doing exhibitions for these other guys who are already in the field, struggling with whether it's honey, milk, whatever products they've got. We'll create a time where they can come and exhibit their products. We'll help them commercialize. We'll then link them to NSSF, PSFU, whoever it is that can then support their businesses further. That's the experience part. Then within the experience, we also have an office. In that space, we will have office space where you can just come. You've got your Wi-Fi, you plug and go, and you know, you've got your coffee, etc., etc. A lot of people here go to cafes, etc., for such things, but we are creating an environment where people like yourselves can come, no cost, plug in, work on Wi-Fi, buy our coffee, and we're together. On top of that, you might find that whatever you're trying to develop or plan, some of us have solutions to these things. So we're here to help. We've also crowdsourced a lot of these solutions. So if you want audited book of accounts, if you want legal advice, if you want to get UNBS certification, if you're doing it yourself, it's very expensive. But when I've crowdsourced many, and we are 100 people, 200 people that are doing this, Third Space is then able to offer you exactly the same thing that would cost you about 1.5 million shillings, about 400,000, 500,000, and you've got everything covered. Right, so that's what Third Space is. Don't have enough time to talk about it, but just know we are semi-useful. We're also going to be collaborating with Mbara University in many different ways. I don't want to beat my trumpet on this before Dr. Sarah has signed, so let me first keep quiet, but you're going to be seeing more of me, unfortunately. Right, I told you I was going to talk about the gap. What is the gap? The gap is, I wear many hats. I didn't have time to talk about all of them, but I am one of the founders and senior investment committee members of the High Innovator Program from NSSF. I'm also one of the people behind the MasterCard Foundation support of Uganda, which is varied. It has different things that it does, but most of it is in education. Some of it is in women and youth emancipation. I don't have time to wear all of these hats and talk about them, but just know that I'm more than just a fat man. Right, so with NSSF, we have been giving funding to women and youth who are doing different businesses and taking off. These businesses have to have 2 years of existence, of audited accounts. They've got a threshold that they have to have peaked at with regards to revenue. I think it's 20 million shillings per annum. You have to have a number of employees, etc. In summary, those guys are not helping these youth, you guys. They're guys who are first years, second years, third years, or guys who have left university 2-3 years. Those guys don't have these things that these people are asking for. They have fantastic ideas. They're even much more educated than the Bella Wines, the honey people that we're talking to every day. Me, I'm meeting people every day who can't speak English, you understand? They have serious, there's no one in here who can't speak English, apart from maybe these Manu people, yeah? So my problem is, and I've been telling MasterCard and NSS about this, we're not helping the Mimis, the Trevors. I was so excited about Cliff. Cliff is an example of someone who has been able to do well for himself. But he didn't have enough prop-up space. He has still had to be employed. But this guy, if well-funded, would have his own ideas, would be able to do his own thing. He's itching to do that, but no one's willing to invest in him. So I want us to create a fund where we invest in people like that. In this room, I had some great ideas. I had some great potential. You guys don't have access to money. These guys my toothpaste people, super exciting. How do they get money yesterday? Because they don't tick these boxes that NSSF are asking for. So that is one of the things that Third Space are really trying to position themselves in. When having these conversations with MasterCard and NSSF, I realized that they're only going to support me if I'm based where the people are. That's why I've come to Mbara. I've got 3 or 4 companies in Kampala that are doing well, by the way. I'm able to eat food. So I've not come here only to hunt for money, but I'm selling a concept to MasterCard, to Finchurch Uganda, to SNV, GNZ, to tell them that I am where these people are. I'm with MUST, I'm with MUBS, I'm with whoever it is, Bishop University, and this is the catchment area for people who have real ideas and people who have a commitment to put themselves into it. So that gap exists. I know you know what I'm saying. I am here to try and, I'm not going to fix it completely, but I want to create a bridge where people of your nature can access this funding. This is a conversation I had with Matthias, and it's a huge problem. We're only funding these existing SMEs, and most of them are financially literate. But what about you guys? Why don't we bank in some of you guys who have fantastic ideas? Those of you who are not of the Manu affiliation, I am more than ready to support and help you with that. Right, the last thing I want to do is to give thank yous. This has been a good week. I'm sorry I'm not here for tomorrow's session. Joseph's boss, Professor Kwesiga, has a son who is marrying tomorrow. I have to be at that wedding to show cause. I didn't talk about connections, you know. Dr. Kule, I told you, tell these people who you are. You just know I'm a Mchiga. Nothing else matters. But I think I know some people. Right, so I want to thank, you guys give flowers, eh? This is a new thing, by the way. This, yeah. Because sometimes if you're not seeing, you can't see the flowers are coming. But I want us to give big flowers to Ronnie from Startup. For me, my flowers, I clap. Ronnie, you're the Energizer King. You're the icebreaker superstar. Thank you for your efforts this week. Super impressed. When I see Matthias and Laura next, I will let them know as much. Yuri, Joseph, thank you very much. Thank you. These people should stop underestimating us. We're big people. We know how to excite people. You've done a very good job. I liked yesterday very much. From us, there's a big group here. There's Dr. Sarah, there's Nuriat, there's Dr. Kule, there's Dr. Rene, who by the way is a very good friend of mine from another world. Let's thank them very much. I only found out today that there's a strike going on. I was just told at the gate when I was there's a strike going on here. But you guys are oblivious to that and you're doing your bit. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Lynn and Sam, the student interns from Project 5, who I'm working with on another project. We are trying to come up with a best case concept for the Entrepreneurial Center and how we can make it meet industrial best practices. We've looked at other innovation hubs here. How do we get ours to be best in class? How do we get more value out of it? There are a number of limitations we're seeing. These hubs struggle to generate funding because they're in the university space. They're not looking at other ecosystems. They're not able to generate funding, which means that there's a sustainability challenge. Those are the things that we're working on with them. We'd want to see how we get best value out of it and then get some dimes from these Belgians to make ours a best-in-class thing. Of course, I've got to thank Dr. Manasseh for inviting me for this week, Keisha for being super helpful as usual with the project, Cliff, super job today, Google Ads and other ads. I liked your energy. I like the fact that that you're giving back. It's one of the things that not everybody seems to do. People come, get, go. Forget where they came from. I'm happy that you haven't done that. Well done. Lastly, I'd like us to maintain this WhatsApp group that we've got. This is a weird week. Usually we start with so many people and then you end the week when you have less people. But here we started with a few people and the class has kept on growing during the course of the week. That means word has gone around that there's some value here. There is some value here. It is very difficult to get knowledge of this nature that is impactful in your later life. Very last thing is going to be around words of wisdom. You see, here I came thinking I didn't have what to talk about, but now I've overtalked and we don't have the window for questions. Let me just quickly run through what I wanted to say. Dr. Sarah talked about investing in AI and saying that it's worth it. I will add on to that and say you're investing in yourself. These small monies you're seeing of $3, $10, $5 sounds like a lot of money. How the hell are you going to grow if you don't have this professional input to your thing? None of you can afford a graphic designer. None of you can afford someone to run your social media pages. AI can do this for you. Find those $10, find that $5, put it there. The truth is, yes, you're investing in your business, but more importantly, you're investing in yourself. If you're not investing in yourself, no one cares. Those of you who think that you're going to leave here and get a job, you are dreaming. Let me just burst that bubble now. There is nothing out there for you whatsoever. There's nothing. Let me tell you now, it's very difficult to employ Martin Casas. Very difficult. I've told you that I was the sales director of Airtel in 2003. What were you people doing then? You think I can be area sales manager for MTN Western Uganda? You think I can do that job? That's a job I can't give my son. You understand? So now, me, when I talk to MTN, which is regularly, I talk to the chairman, who is an uncle, and I talk to serious people in Rootport, South Africa. You understand? We talk at that level about how we can do something with Momo Pay, but to employ me, they don't have that kind of money. You understand? Now, if you guys, no, this not, they don't, how? That I sit one place every day, 9 to 5, MTN, yeah? So, I mean, it's not possible. So, the truth is, if you guys think you're going to leave here, doctors are leaving here and getting employed 500,000 shillings a month, all right? In the 3 days that I've been here, I've secured someone to be cleaning my office for 400,000 shillings a month. For someone, a janitor. I'm not making money, but I must find that 400,000 to pay that person. You guys think you're going to live here and get 2 million, 3 million shillings, 4 million shillings a month? It's not there. And by the time you get to that place, things would have moved on. In fact, I feel sorry for you guys because you guys won't even afford house girls and house boys. Most house girls and house boys of your generation will have diplomas, certificates, some kind of degree or one another. This is a true story. A house boy or a house girl in Kenya earns 1.5 million shillings. They do 3 days a month at your place, a week at your place, 3 days a week at another place. They earn 3 million shillings, just under $1,000. You guys will take a long time to earn 3 million shillings. Please stop thinking of getting out of here and then looking to get a job. Make your job here. I was super excited to hear people from medicine, people from supply chain, people from different professions. That's the only way. You've got to start thinking, how do I make money from this? How do I do this? How do I do that? I've done pharmacy, but how do I make, instead of selling products and just representing Rene, why don't I find someone in China who's doing pharmaceutical lab equipment? I partner with them. I start saying, wait, if you think that you're a pharmacist, then that's where it's going to stop already. You've got to be a pharmacist who is a salesman, who is a marketer, who is a businessman. You've got to be, you've just got to be in a different space. I don't have enough time to talk to you about those kind of things, but those are the things I love talking about. I love coaching and mentoring people and helping them to open their ears. When I saw you in a tie yesterday, I was very worried. When I saw you today, I felt sorry for you. We must change the way in which we think. We must start thinking practically. If you're not ready to get your hands dirty properly, you're in trouble. The world is changing. Make no doubt about yourself. I talked about that. Responsibility. I want to leave when I've at least mentioned that. This modern age of social media, etc., needs you to have a certain kind of personality. You just cannot be. There are some things you can't do anymore. Okay, growing up, I was the firstborn son of a man who was very important. There were some things I could not do. At my wedding, Janet was there. They read Museveni's message. I had the vice president and 12 ministers, current and about 13 past ministers at my wedding. They were at my wedding like this. There were some things that I knew from day one I couldn't do. You understand? These clubs and what, I couldn't be in the newspaper. They couldn't write about me that And that was way before the social media age, way before. I already knew that I must conform to a particular way of doing things. Now that you guys are in the social media age, everything you do, think or breathe is put into the public domain. There are huge limitations with how you can conduct yourself. You are now forced to be responsible at a very young age. I have children, some of them, I've got 20, 19, 17. Yes, they have social media life and space, but they know very well what they can and cannot. By the way, they're not beyond the age of Chiboko. That is 22 in my household. But the point I'm making is that manage yourself. Yeah, we're talking the other day about what's this lady's name? That mad lady, Stella Nyanzi. Yeah, she's a classmate of a friend of mine at Gaza. Her children have moved school twice because of how their mother has behaved herself. The last one is less is more. We mentioned it here. Don't put too much of yourself out there. Don't put too much of your company out there. Understand your market. Understand where you need to go. Be there. Today I was checking on someone's status. It happens to be their birthday. By the way, I don't like the status thing. I don't put it there myself. I don't even know how it works. But sometimes when you're checking for someone, you go into status by mistake. Every time I go into status, it's by mistake. But this one had like 20 things. Who sees these things? And I was trying to get out of it. Then it takes you to the next one, yeah? Look, less is more. Sorry I haven't had time to talk more about myself and what we can potentially do. Maybe this is space for Dr. Sarah and Nuria to invite me in the future to talk to you about how we grow with one another. What I am telling you is that I'm not running away. I'm going to be part of the ecosystem here. I'm going to be Mbara-based. I might even poach some of the talent that I've seen here this week, because there's lots to do. There's so much to do. Thank you for listening to me. Sorry I went over time. I am still opening it up for questions, maybe 10 minutes if my bosses allow. If not, mwebale mnonga. Okay?
All of you did very well. We should first clap for ourselves. Yeah, it was very hard for us to get the winner or the winners. We shall announce only 3 winners, but we are all winners. Mainly because you came here, attended this training, got the knowledge, you have won a lot. If you use this knowledge in the field, you're going to make a lot of money, you're going to improve your businesses. So we encourage you to keep using digital marketing in your businesses. You have good contacts from here. I think you have seen people who are good in digital marketing. They are on the group. Please make sure that you stay on the group. Make sure that you save their contacts. Because after this training, you can go to a business and say, you are a digital marketer and you can run their campaign. When you reach somewhere and you get stuck, you know the people to contact and you say, we met somewhere at Must. Now I'm running this campaign. Can you help me? I think they will be able and willing to help you. A brief on how we judged. Each of the judges gave us 3 teams. They think they are the best. Then we counted who came most. So I'm going to announce the second runners-up. And the second runners-up is Magala Wellness. Magala Wellness, you can come forward. Who is it? The DJ.
The DJ has run out.
CEO Magara.
You should have one.
Magara oye. Magara oye.
Okay. So a handshake.
Yes, that's it.
And then we shall take a picture when you're getting your prize.
We should touch.
You should not touch.
I feel like in a prize.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. Treasure. Yeah, the other piece of advice we have for you is that keep trying out digital marketing. Keep trying buying ads. So if you have some little money to spend, put it in the advertising budget. Try to advertise on different platforms and see how you perform. So you shall get better by practice. It's time to announce the first runners-up, and it's none other than Rent Easy. That's it.
Let's go.
Calm him down. I had to give you enough. We say the team again. Yeah, the first runners up, we have a team here called Went Easy. We can clap for them again. Yes, doctor, join us. The first runners up. Some music.
DJ.
Doctor, kneel down. Dr. Chris will give the final. Yes. Yeah, as Martin said, please make sure that you keep on the group because other things may come up. There are some people who are saying that we don't have this, maybe we don't have capital, we don't have this expertise. If you keep in the group, you are going to get help. Just keep in. We are remaining with announcing our winner. So all the teams that have not yet been announced have a chance of being the winner. How many teams do we have that have a chance of winning?
5.
Only 5 teams. And one of them is going to be announced. And it is... Read for me. Read number 1.
Rapsop.
Yes.
And for this special one, we want to invite our deputy team leader of UCoBS.
Come on, the one.
Come on, one special one. Thank you for the mentorship.
You'll come back later. We finish. Okay.
Okay, DJ. Okay, how are we feeling? Are the nerves now down? We're now down, eh? So you've seen the guys with the envelopes, yeah? You've seen them. Just talk to them nicely, yeah? Otherwise, as we conclude the event today, I would like to really thank each and every one of you. Let us really give ourselves a round of applause. We've done so well. We've put in the work, the effort. We've worked so hard this whole entire week. 5 days is not easy, guys. Coming here every single day, working so hard, doing all the assignments. Even when you feel sleepy, but you have to do that last edit on the video. Thank you guys for doing all that. Maybe also one thing that I want to talk about. If you to check the digital marketing skills WhatsApp group right now, yeah, you will realize that there's a form that I shared, and I say please complete this survey. Remember in the beginning we filled in one, so as we listen in the last words, let us be filling in that survey. Yeah, just tap on that link, everyone on your WhatsApp in the group, and then be filling it in. But also while doing that, you listen to me. Yeah. So one thing that I also want to share is that these skills that we've learned here, yeah, it's not just only when you want to boost or market your business. These are skills that you can use for so many things. I'll give an example of how we actually used paid ads to actually test whether an idea works or not. Yeah. So at Startup we have something called a manufacturing studio where we actually do research and development of new ideas, and then we try to validate them whether there is a market demand for them before we actually get entrepreneurs to work on these ideas. So one of the things that we wanted to validate whether or not it works was a healthy soda alternative. So that meant soda without sugar, that meant soda without any other additives, but it's actually soda. So we realized there's people that want to take something that's not water, but is a little bit like soda, but doesn't have the side effects of soda. Right? So we literally went out and designed a flyer. We didn't have a product. This was just an idea. We thought, okay, this might be something that actually people want to buy. So we created an ad. Yeah, we created a very beautiful flyer. It had all this nice soda and had all these things, a healthy soda alternative. It costs this much. We even put the price. We have no product at this point. So we actually ran Facebook and Instagram ads. And the call to action for us was that if you're interested in ordering or buying, you click on the WhatsApp button. So that WhatsApp button will take you into someone's DM at StartHub. And trust me, over I think I don't know, like 80 people hit that button and they were going into the DM. They're like, how can I buy this? How can I order this? Yeah. So it was enough validation for us to know that this idea is actually something good. These guys are actually asking to buy this thing and we don't even have it yet. So it's like a modern way of testing whether your idea works or not, even before you have a product. Yeah. So these skills that you guys have learned here can be used for very many different things. So just be curious and learn and keep learning. Then second last is certificates. Yeah. The certificates, I think most people expected certificates from the boot camp, and this is a digital marketing skills boot camp. So guess what? our certificates are going to be digital. So before the end of tomorrow, we shall have received our certificates. Then at this point in time, we've had a chance to be in this room, come to UCoBS, have all these amazing trainings, boot camps. This is not the only boot camp I think that has been at UCoBS. Very many of them have been happening. Maybe this is your very first one, or you had about one and you were considering taking it before, but this is your very first one. These boot camps are always held here because of UCoBS. Yeah, that's why we are here, and you can see the word really big here. So I want us, with a very loud round of applause, to welcome our deputy team leader for UCoBS, and that is none other than Dr. Kule. So let us give him a huge round of applause. Guys, that's not enough. I want the guys in Kampala to hear. Yeah. So he's going to give us some good closing remarks.
Oh, thank you, Rennie. My dear trainers, Joseph, Francis, Nuriet, my senior Dr. Imelda, Dr. Sarah, is it Clifford?
Yes, Clifford.
Yes, Clifford. Whom have I forgotten? And definitely myself, because I was behind the arena. I thank you so much for really being with these marvelous innovators and entrepreneurs for 5 days. Imagine 5 days without doing any other work. You are here. And to my dear innovators and entrepreneurs, you have made us happy for creating this time. 5 days. We know the university is under I would say recess, but you had other activities that would be doing. But I'm very sure you are not regretting for having joined this training. And as Project 5, we are so happy for our dear members who are behind UCoBS, who are currently now in this room being represented by Dr. Imelda, for the dreams that you had for the university, because now we are all feeling the impact. In fact, if you do measure my temperature, I think it is now at 150. It is too hot, because I'm super excited for the tangible results that we have visibly seen here. And as Project 5, whose mandate is to increase youth employability through skilling, for us, we are seeing a lot of achievement being realized. So we thank UCoBS, which is our mother, supported by our partners, HOWEST, University of Antwerp, Ghent University, Strathmore, Leuven. Those universities, by the way, visited them last November, and they gave us a warm welcome because they want to support us to ensure that we solve the demographic challenges in southwestern Uganda, of which one of them is on the youth. And employability, we have to enhance it through innovations and other technological transfer mandates. So we thank all the brains who are behind this Startup Africa and the team where the Dr. Saras and other members, Dr. Manas in Absesia. Currently, he is in Jinja overseeing another training and is the team leader of Project 5. We thank them so much for all the efforts whose benefits everybody is seeing in this room. So, members, like what I told you before, so many innovators have been having sleepless nights, having products and services, but they were being shelved. And Nuriet, I think you bear me testimony on the side of Camtech, that has been the biggest challenge. Now with digital marketing, I'm very hopeful that our products are now have started the journey to reach the market. Aren't we all happy? Because at the end of the day, we don't want to see people yearning for formal jobs. No, you can create even your own job. So formal job, add your side hustle. At the end of the day, you live a happy life, isn't it? Yes. And probably as I conclude, Ronnie, I've just mentioned on certificates, indeed. They are being processed and they are going to get them. The law coordinator, Professor Kazoba, is already appending his signature on them, and soon you are going to see them via line because we are teaching technology, isn't it? And for the prizes, this was just ceremonial. Very many prizes are on the way. Mentorship is going to continue, isn't it, Bwana Startup Africa? Yes, we want to see you complete the journey. Yes? So, for those who have not got any gift, don't get worried. We are here for you, to support you, enhance your skills, but at the end of the day, you will rejoice when you are making money through sales and other avenues. So without speaking a lot, allow me invite, can I do that? Yes. The representative of our local coordinator, Dr. Imelda, to come and give closing remarks. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you everybody. I go to project 5. You mean you can't hear my voice when I talk? Eh?
We can.
You can. Because I'm a person of non-verbals, and it is another form of communication. Don't worry, I want to use my voice.
TV, doctor.
Eh?
You're on TV.
It's audio.
Okay. Now, before I say anything, me inclusive, let's clap for ourselves. Let me take this opportunity to thank all the facilitators. They have dedicated their time and they have been here throughout. And we can't do this. We wrote the proposal. We were about 15 people. And we did that during COVID. Can you imagine? But a related situation, you are doing it when other people are sitting at home, others are enjoying their beds. I will not talk much. But you are doing something very productive. We wrote it during COVID. None of you would relate it, but here you are. And we did not become selfish. What I want you to do, me, I'm a psychologist. What I want you to do, even if you see a situation which is good or which is bad, be on the positive side to multiply the goodness that the God put us here for. Don't look at the negative things. Look at what is positive. And when you have that positive element, your mental health will be at peace. But if you think negatively, you will not be healthy and you will not think to do more of creative work. When I talk like that, I would like to give a chance to Joseph. There's an organization he represents to show you that you can't do it alone. Joseph, please come and say a word.
Thank you very much, Dr. Imelda, for this invitation. Once again, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I work for Uganda Industrial Research Institute. In here, we are here as partners, collaborating with this project and the university as a whole. We have facilities that can be able to enhance what you people are doing. All you need to do is to put in the energy that is required and through the right channels, okay? If you're under this project, You could apply through this project, there is a collaboration, and then we can be able to give you extra support. Now, whenever we must do anything, remember that the support you need is not only financial. Are we together? But the support could be in helping in the process of crafting your business, such that the business develops. The support could be in the area of making, clearly defining your idea. It could be in coming up with better business concepts. It could be in the area of research. It could be in a number of areas. So what I want to say is that we are very much appreciative to be a party to this project, and we are excited when we see these guys coming up with wonderful ideas and prototypes. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Ronnie Startup. We have been startup from the scratch. Please come.
Okay, I was really caught off guard. I should what's the right word? I should admit. Exactly, it was really caught off guard, but for me it gives me so much joy every single time I go to a boot camp and I train and run a project there, and in the end people have stuff to show. They're not just talking about stuff, but they have tangible stuff to show. So I'm really impressed and proud of you guys, that at the end of that day, we didn't just come here to waste time, right? Every single one is living with stuff that they can say. I was in a mass UCoBS boot camp. This boot camp was called Digital Marketing Skills Program Boot Camp. And guess what? I worked on this project, I worked on that project, I worked on this project. So every single one of you qualifies to say they have experience in digital marketing. You've worked on digital marketing campaigns, you've worked on content creation, you have created social media accounts. I mean, name it, you've done all that stuff, yeah? So it's safe to say that, you know, you've worked on a digital marketing project. Maybe you can already start putting that stuff on your CV and maybe start applying to some gigs or jobs, earning some money off of that. But all I can say is I'm really proud of you guys, and I'm just grateful for everything, yeah? So just keep being curious, shoot for the moon. I mean, just be hungry for information, that's all I can say. Yeah.
I brought these people who are here with us today. There are others who are not here today, to show you that you cannot do it alone. To show you that you cannot do it alone. Look for those synergies that add value to your projects. They are not only in your circles, but look beyond your circles. Because we have members here from MASC. They have a big input, but you can see. Try to work, try to collaborate, try to network, and that will yield what you want. You will be job creators. You have already started. You will be job creators, but not job seekers. And you looked at artificial intelligence. There's quite a lot. One of our colleagues here was saying, but are people soon going to lose their jobs? That is very true. So you have to think ahead. And what I promise is that we are not going to leave you to waste. Yesterday, Martin requested that the platform we created stays on. We will have a follow-up to see how far you are going with the projects you've started on. Once there is anything, we will call on you. So please keep in touch. I wish you the best as you wish us the best. God bless us.
Thank you so much, Dr. Imelda, for that. I believe, you know, we've picked something from that. And I believe that with all the knowledge that we've picked up from here, all the inspiring videos that we've seen, all that really cool stuff, I just really hope that it doesn't end there. It will break my heart so much that you guys walk out of this room and then you just go back to the old ways, or you don't do anything about your business. But I would be super, super, super proud if you take all the knowledge that you've seen here, all the inspiring videos, the inspiring ads that we looked at, take all that inspiration, dig more, learn more, ask questions, hang around these really brilliant guys that you see over here. They are in your uni. That's the most beautiful thing. You don't need to look for them. They are here. Madam New Year told us about Camtech. Have you visited Camtech? Have you tried to ask her? Have you even tried to, close her down and ask her how you can join or how you can take advantage? We have all these resources. Mr. Joseph here from Industrial Research and Institute, and he's just said what kind of support they offer to guys like you. Have you tried to ask him more questions? Yeah. So take advantage of all the resources that we have. Without saying anything much more, I would love to release everyone for lunch. Yeah. But before that, I hope everyone has filled in the survey. Yeah. Anyone that hasn't yet filled in, it's very, 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 very important. It might prevent you from getting a certificate. Yeah, you've not yet. You might miss a certificate, brother. So please fill in the survey. Like I said, certificates will come tomorrow. In case you don't get yours, maybe you attended less than 4 days of the bootcamp, because I think they are awarding certificates to everyone that attended at least 4 days of the bootcamp. I don't know. In case you attended 1 day, I'm really, really sorry. I can't do anything about it. Yeah, it is what it is. But let's step out for lunch now, and we've come to an end of the boot camp. So after you're done eating, you can hang around, take pictures, or just leave generally. But I would encourage all of you to network with each other, connect with each other on LinkedIn, follow each other. Yeah. The DJ says thank you and good night.
Ronnie, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Losing power became a problem.